There was some recent waves in drone news from this past week. Amnesty International released a report saying that some U.S. officials who are responsible for the drone program could be held accountable for war crimes. They've said that their research on the ground shows that the drone program not only may at times conflict with international law, but it might actually also conflict the Obama administration's own kind of statement on what their drone program is and what the frameworks governing it are. This is another thing that's kind of emerged as something that's really fascinating about this, because when Obama gave his speech in the spring, he delivered a speech on the drone program, which I think, frankly, many of us, if it was actually implemented like that, would have far fewer problems with. He basically framed it as an option of last resort, which would be used in situations of exceptional, compelling national security, and when capture wasn't really an option. Now, we know that that's not true functionally from all the information that we have. We know that there are signature strikes, which the report goes into, and other disclosures recently explain how those develop. Signature strikes look at behavioral profiles of people. They don't know identities, but they hit targets based off of looking at behavioral patterns of where people are traveling, what kind of groups are traveling together. That is tremendously disturbing, not least of which because when you start talking about civilian casualties, how can you even define civilian casualties when you're definitionally saying, I don't even know who I'm hitting, I just know you hit a certain behavioral profile. And I think we'll see as Jeremy Scahill and Glenn Greenwald collaborate, linking the NSA program with the drone and assassination programs, you'll see how this kind of unbelievable power is easily taken and expanded way beyond the bounds of what even someone like President Obama would publicly state the policy is, because without accountability, these programs always grow, they always fester. So that's one thing. There's also new disclosures that there's a new Pakistani Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif. He, of course, was the Prime Minister in the late 90s. He was deposed by Musharraf, lived in Saudi Arabia for several years, and now is back in Pakistan, just got elected. And he's coming to the United States, and he's publicly calling on the administration to end drone strikes. The problem is that we knew partially from WikiLeaks, but we also now know more conclusively from, or not more conclusively, but with more additional information from reports in the Washington Post by Bob Woodward and Greg Miller, that the Pakistani government has known all along that the CIA, of course, has signed off on CIA drone strikes in Pakistan. And in fact, they've been cooperating quite closely on many of those strikes. Now, I'm looking forward to, obviously Jeffrey Toobin and David Gergen and everybody else, I'm sure, will be coming out today saying that Bob Woodward should be arrested, obviously, for reporting on this classified material. So, I'm assuming that, Matt, you'll let me know when that happens during the show. Obviously, when there's calls for Bob Woodward's arrest for reporting this stuff.
Yes.
But the so anyways, but the reports show.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Continue. Sorry, my bad.
Oh no, I thought it hasn't happened yet.
No, I thought I misread. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Wait,
no,
I thought Bob Woodward isn't like a smuggler or something. Hey, I'm confused. All right, I will keep you tuned. We'll stay tuned on that, folks. So but the new reports that Woodward shows, it shows the evolution of the drone program, how it grew in the initial stages. It was a very limited, very targeted program. How signature strikes grew, and the tension between the Pakistanis. Because on the Pakistani end, they definitely do have give support to militant groups, but they also coordinated on talking points and kind of public spin around how to conduct the program. So I don't really know. I know it's Sharif's publicly stated position is more robust than even the last Pakistani government, but it's now very unequivocal that privately the Pakistanis have always supported drone strikes pretty robustly.